The legacy of a legendary advocate shall be honored as Samford will put on a production of The Prisoner's Friend. This tribute to our university's namesake has been in the works since 2016. The man behind this project, Professor David Chapman, has worked tirelessly to bring the life of John Howard to light.
When you think that most people don't want to have anything to do with prisons, they have not a lot of sympathy for the people who were there. In fact, I hear just the opposite a lot of times. Oh, they don't deserve anything if they're in prison. And so to see Howard as a person who said that God's grace belongs to everyone, and would quote, from the Bible, it says Christians ought to remember the prisoners, visit the prisoners. He really had a Christian conscience that said taking care of people, even the rejects of society, is something that God calls us all to do.
One cast member taking part in this production is Professor Dennis Sansom, playing an admiral and friend of Howard. Sansom says this is a production about faith, determination, and imperfection, and will enhance Howard's legacy. The director of this play, Jonathan Fuller, says that this play will help pay tribute to Howard thanks to Chapman's writing for him.
He does go into all the wonderful things that Howard did in his life and some of the tragedy in his life, and it's just in telling this story about the last few days of his life that he brings in through flashbacks, through dialogue, and through the action in the present on the stage, the type of man that Howard was and the deep, deep faith that he has.
Fuller also says that the play will be a great way for people to learn about a forgotten hero.
He was very important for his time, but after a while, history has sort of forgotten the contributions that he made. So and I think you'll find it very entertaining when you come.
Chapman says that the focus of this play is not only Howard's prison reform, but his strained relationship with his son, an example of how Christian heroes have feet made of clay.
I think he's a great person who did great things and also had weaknesses that connect him with the rest of us who maybe would never try to accomplish what he did, try to visit these horrible places, put his life at risk. I mean, there are fevers, there are diseases running rampant in these places he's going to visit. The stench is horrible. Who would spend year after year doing that? And yet, he wasn't a perfect man.
The Prisoner's Friend will be opening on March 29th at Samford University. Reporting for the Samford News Network, I am Griffin Chu.